Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be playing TBROPOLY for the month of May. As of you watching this, also the wedding is done. It was not my wedding. I was in a friend's wedding and I was the maid of honor and it was very stressful. So the past 2 months I have been doing only 5 rolls, and if I got doubles, I was ignoring them. So I'm gonna go back to doing 6 rolls, and doubles count, and I have to do everything that is given to me. Also, last month in April, the TBR that I did came out on April Fools, so it was a joke TBR. I had so much fun doing it. You all seem to love it. I'm really glad it had a good response, which means that I don't have any books right now to show you whether or not I read them as to whether or not I should get a punishment. So I had a free month and I absolutely loved it, and guys, it really seemed to get me out of my reading slump. I seem to be doing a lot better with reading right now. I am so excited about going forward with this month's TBR. I made a list of, I think it's 20 books that I want to read in May. I absolutely will not be reading all 20 of them. Between pre-orders and arcs that are coming out in May or June and things that I need to get done for secret TBRs, there are just a lot of things that are on this list and that I'm super excited to get to. I don't care if there's a lot of rolls as long as I can fit all of them that I have in this list somewhere into it. Now, because last month was kind of a joke TBR, I am putting those cards back into the deck so I can pick them again for like real books. Beyond that, don't think I have anything else to say. Hello! So I've already put my piece where I need to start, and I did already shuffle back in the prompts from last time. So I'm gonna roll 6 times. First roll is a double and it's 12. So I'm gonna have to roll 7 times. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 22 in 2022. I'm gonna do a quick shuffle. If I get a book that I have already read, I will pick again because I have read quite a few and I haven't cleaned this out. So this says, okay. So first up, the board did me dirty. I think she's angry at me for not playing her for reals last month. So I got a double and I got a 22 in 2022, which if you have seen my statistics video, you know that I said there are some books on that list that I don't want to read anymore. This is one of them. A Fate of Wrath and Flame is a book that I no longer have interest in reading, at least not right now, maybe one day. I don't know if I should actually count it or not, because I did say that I was going to take some books off that list. I don't know. For right now, this is my first book. If we get to the end of the video and I feel super stressed, we're removing it. Second roll is an 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna do a shuffle again, just because I did it last time. Okay. Oh my god. And we got, oh my god, the High Mountain Court, dudes. Yeah, she's angry at me. She's pissed off. So roll 2, I got another 22 to read in 2022. And this one, I got another one that I no longer have interest in, which is the High Mountain Court. Again, I think I will one day have interest in these books again, just not right now. Should I just redraw for those 2? Is that fair? I think it's fair because I said way before this that I was no longer interested in these books. So let's redraw 2 blue cards and see what we get. Okay, so I think it's only fair that I actually go through my cards and take out the ones that I have already read, which I had 3 that I had already read, so I'm gonna remove those. And then I went through and found the other ones that I no longer have interest in. Guys, I'm just trying to be nice to myself because I'm literally coming out of a reading slump, and the last thing I want to do is push myself back into one. So I hope this is okay. But I'm also the maker of the rules, so what I say goes, right? So I took out the cards that I no longer have interest in, so there's 4 that I am going to be removing. I'm not going to be removing them forever. I will put them back into this deck. I'm just removing them for this month, which left me with 5 cards. 5. That doesn't feel like much. But a lot of my 22 and 2022 aren't released yet. Oh, Glow is one of them. I wish I had a card for Glow. Maybe I should throw one in. Hold up. Okay, so let me explain. When I originally made these cards, I didn't put any books on this list that were pre-orders that hadn't already come out. But since I've made these cards, quite a few of the books that are on my 22 in 2022 list have been released or are going to be released in May. There's like 3 or 4 that are getting released in May that I'm really, really excited for. And I don't see any reason to force me to read a book that I'm not excited about just because some random pieces of paper told me to do it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I have written down on paper, I cut it out to the same size, and I wrote down the books that have come out since then. And then I went ahead and replaced the 4 that I took out with just random titles of books that I'm just really excited to read right now. So I need to draw 2 of these, right? So the first one up is, I can't see that. Okay, Game of Strength and Storm. So this is an arc that I have, and I am so psyched about this one, guys. Like, you have no clue how psyched I am about this book. So let me get you the Goodreads description so that I don't mess anything up. This book is coming out in June, so if this sounds good to you, definitely keep an eye out for it. Victory is the only option. Once a year, the Olympian Empress grants the wish of 10 people selected by a lottery for a price. 17-year-old Jen, it's Gen, I'm not totally sure, a former circus performer wants the freedom of her father, who was sentenced to a life in prison for murder she knows he didn't commit. Castor plans to carry the island Arcadia into the future in place of her brother Pollux, but only after the Empress forces a change in her. Okay, so we're getting to know like what these people want, basically. There is magic, the ability to speak to animals, inhuman strength, pining, storms, money, and I think that they're gonna have to go into this competition and one person is going to win. I believe it's sapphic. It's not super duper long. It is marked on Goodreads right now as young adult retelling mythology. I don't know what it's retelling, but there is going to be some type of trial competition. It's only 400 pages. I'm so much more excited about this card than any of the other ones. So yeah, I think I made absolutely the right choice here. Oh, and I also need to replace the other one. So should I shuffle again or should I just let's just take off the top. So this says, that was the top. It says Glow. Glow is the 4th and final book. Hold up, let me get them. Oh, in Raven Kennedy's The Plated Prisoner series, and I'm literally so excited about it. I rated all 3 of these books 5 stars. I love these books so much, and I think Glow comes out right at the beginning of May, so it might be one of the first few books I read. I don't know if the physical one is coming out in May. I've been keeping my eye on Amazon, which is where she's selling them because she is indie published, and I haven't seen it, but that doesn't mean that it won't come out. And if it doesn't, I think they're all Kindle Unlimited, and I think my mom is paying for Kindle Unlimited right now. I'm gonna have to check with her because if not, I'm gonna have to get it for a month just to read this book or just buy Glow digitally. What am I saying? The Plated Prisoner series is a dark fantasy romance, new adult, smutty series. I know I said I wasn't in the mood for smutty, but I will always be in the mood for these books. About this girl who King Midas turned to gold. Arin is her name, and is about her living basically as a slave in his palace and doing whatever he wants, and her kind of falling in love with him because of Stockholm Syndrome and then possibly someone else. Guys, I'm so excited. This is it. This was a sign that I did the right thing, right? Like, I've never been this excited. Like, I have before in my life, but not like this. 3rd roll. Oh, there we go. 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Arc. Perfect. Okay. For roll number 3, I got Arc, and I have tons of arcs, which is great because I've been wanting to get through a bunch of them. I have a couple that are due in May and June. One of the ones that is most important to me is going to be Sometime in Summer by Katrina Leno. So I did get this arc, and I like screamed when I found out that I got it. And the reason why I was so happy is because I have read a lot of Katrina Leno. I think I did a video where I read like 5. No, it can't be 5 of her books. It must have been like 3 or 4 of her books. And I absolutely loved You Must Not Miss. And I really, really enjoyed both Horrid and I don't have my contemporaries near me, but I think it's like Summer of Salt. This one is going to be, I think, a little bit closer to Summer of Salt than it is going to be towards Horrid or You Must Not Miss. Summer of Salt was much more of like a YA contemporary, but it dealt with a lot of dark, heavy topics. It was definitely not just like a throwaway book. It was really good, and I think it had a lot of important things to say, which is why even though this book, Sometime in Summer, is more of a like contemporary fun girl finding herself, which is not the genre I read, I fully trust Katrina Leno to give me what I need in a book. Plus, Katrina Leno and I are friends on Instagram, and I would feel bad if I didn't get to her arc in time because she's literally so cool and so nice, and I think she's just like awesome. So let me read this to you really quickly to make sure that I don't get anything incorrect, because I know things have changed a little bit as I've been following her on Instagram. Anna Lucia Bell believes in luck. Bad luck. Bad luck made her best friend stop talking to her. Oh, this is gonna make me cry. Bad luck caused her parents' divorce. Bad luck is forcing her mother, Miriam, to sell the family's beloved bookstore, and it's definitely bad luck that Anna seems to be the only person in the world Miriam is unable to recommend a life-changing book. When Anna finds out that she and her mom are spending 2 months in New England seaside town called Rockport, she expects a summer plagued with bad luck too, but Rockport has surprises in store for Anna. So I'm not gonna read any more because there is more to read, but I believe, just like all of Katrina Leno's other books, that this is going to have magical realism elements to it, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited about this one. Fourth roll is 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. I don't have a D20, so what we'll do is we will go on my phone. We're gonna go to a random number generator, and I'm just gonna draw a number with you all right now. 20. I don't have the list on me, but the number is gonna generate up here, and number 15. Let me go get the list really quickly. So for D20, I do have a list of 20 books that normally when I get the D20, I roll it and I pick from those 20 books, but seeing as this month I made a list of books, and when I went to count it, it was exactly 20 books that I wanted to read this month, I thought it would be fun to roll the dice and pick from that one. So as you saw, I'm keeping the 15. I rolled the 15 with you all at the board for some reason. I don't normally roll it there. And so then when I pulled up my list, which I had made previously, so I couldn't even like rig it or anything, the 15th slot is The Justice of Kings, which is great because I got an arc of that and I haven't been able to read it yet, and it's been published, so I feel much better actually having this on my list than whatever would have been on the other list, which they were all like, I think the D20 list I had before was like backlog books that I wanted to get through. I know I'm cheating so much here, guys. Can't help it. I want to read what I want to read, and it's not those other things. The board is being mean to me, but I said, nope, I'm not taking that. I got the arc so long ago, I don't remember what this book is about, but I know it's like a high epic adult fantasy. I think there's something about the main character is like judge, executioner, and jury all in one. So I'm guessing he's either some type of assassin or vigilante or something like that. All I know is that the main cover man reminds me very much of the main dwarf from The Hobbit. The what's his name? The one that's like the daddy. Anyways, you guys didn't need to know that about me. Roll number 5. This is not going at all how I wanted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I knew this game had been too nice to me the previous months. Oh my god. Okay, shuffling once again because why not? Maybe this time I'll get something I want. Okay, there's a couple of cards here. So the top one says House of Eclipses. Okay, so I got another 22 in 2022. I don't know what's up with the board today. I think I've gotten like 1 or 2 of them ever, and today we've got 3. So this one I got House of Eclipses. So I'm actually really excited about that book. I've had my eye on this for a little bit, and this is one of the few that was from the original list. Actually, you can tell because it's printed and not handwritten. I've had this one on my list for a long time. I know what it's about, but the description is this long. So I'm not gonna be able to accurately describe it to you, but it has to do with like maiden to the sun, or she is like a sun goddess vessel is what the description says. It says when she has no chance of inheriting her father's title, what she truly longs for is peace from his unrelenting hatred. Hope builds when she receives a missive from the House of the Moon. The new lumen, which is the like moon vessel god, seeks to broker peace with the kingdom for the first time in ages. This book is marked as fantasy romance, young adult, magic, mythology. It doesn't tell me how many pages it is. I don't own this one. I also need to go get my hands on this one apparently. 378 pages, so that's not a ton. I can get through that pretty dang quickly. Okay, so the 6th roll, not the final roll. 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Book club. I can do that. Up next, we got book club pick, and for this, my book club is reading Discord of Gods. It is the 5th and final book in the Ruin of Kings series. I have it pre-ordered. I don't have my hands on it as we speak. I think it comes out actually by the time you've seen this video, I think it's already out, but as of me filming, it's not out. So I haven't been able to hold up anything yet in this video. I like holding things up. So this is the 5th book, it is the final book. I can't tell you really much about what's going on in this book because I don't know, because as of us reading, I haven't read the 4th one yet. But even if I did, I wouldn't be able to tell you because major spoilers, but I've talked a ton on my channel about the Ruin of Kings. I really, really loved book 1 and 2, kind of tolerated book 3, which is why I still haven't picked up book 4 because I'm nervous, but actually I'm gonna be picking it up right after I finish this video. It's purple. I love purple so much, and this is like one of my favorite shades of purple, so I'm really excited about that. Anyways, I haven't really said anything about this book. It's about Kieran. It's a high epic adult fantasy series. It's got some romance in it, but that's really not the main focus. It kind of reads, it reads like a notebook because there's footnotes and someone's like writing information down at the bottom. This world is huge and expansive. I highly recommend this series so far. I've been really enjoying them, like I said. There's dragons, there's magic, there's all kinds of crazy people, all kinds of world building. Okay, and the 7th and possibly final roll is not the final roll because it's a double and it's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Arc. Nice. Okay, we got Arc again, which is great because I wanted to get through my arcs this month, and I actually already have 3 arcs on here, so that's great. But we're gonna get a 4th one on here now, and I realized that out of all the books that I have listed, none of them are audiobooks. Maybe I'll get House of Eclipses as audio too. So I looked at my arcs. I have 2 audiobook arcs out. Decided to go with the shorter one, which is a thriller, because I felt like that would be better. It's a little bit different from all the other things that I have on here. So the thriller I have is called The Island, and it is about this family that somehow gets trapped on this island, and I think they start disappearing and they're trying to struggle to get off, and something is like hunting them and chasing them down. Whenever Macmillan has a thriller audio on NetGalley, I'm like, hey buddy, you want to give that to me? And 9 times out of 10 they're like, heck yeah, we do. So I requested that. It actually came in today, and I'm really excited about it because I think it's like 8 hours long, and I love thrillers with children, and I know there are going to be children in this book, and I know that there's definitely going to be some weird stuff where like people are disappearing and you're not sure who's who. And the 8th and possibly final roll, we're gonna give it a big shake. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Odd pile. Let's see what we got. Ship on cover. And finally we got ship on the cover. Guys, the lighting has changed since I started filming this video. That's how long I've been doing this. Final card, ship on the cover. I had 8 rolls. I am so grateful that I decided to change up at the beginning, because if I had 8 rolls and 2 of them were books I had 0 interest in, there was no way I was going to finish this TBR, and that's not what TBRs are about, right? So for ship on the cover, I did struggle with this one too. I didn't have any arcs with the ship on the cover. I didn't have any pre-orders that would be coming out with a ship on the cover, and then I was going through my own shelf and I had quite a few books with ships on the cover. So what I would like to read is Children of Time. It has a spaceship on the cover. The thing is, I promised someone to buddy read this with them, so I need to message them and see if they're good to read it this month. If we are, this is the one I'm going to be reading. This is a sci-fi story about the human race is going to this planet and there's giant spiders there. Human race trying to find a new home, following a star map, but when they get there, the planet is not what they thought it was going to be. There are new masters on that world, and it is the worst kind of nightmare. Now, 2 civilizations are on collapse, trying to figure out how they're going to survive. It's pretty thick. I do have the audio to help me through it though. I have been wanting to try an Adrian Tchaikovsky for a while now, and I just haven't had the time. So this will be good that I can pick this up. If my buddy Reed says that they cannot do it this month, then I will most likely pick up Shards of Earth by Adrian Tchaikovsky, because I really just want to try one of his books, and I love this yellow. I don't know what's up with me in yellow recently. So that's it. I have possibly one book that I can show you out of the 8 that I'm going to be reading this month. Good job, Amanda. I have nothing to hold up. I like holding things up. Anyways, that's my TBR for the month. This was the most chaotic the board has ever been. This is the most rolls I've ever had. I think the board is getting revenge for cheating last month, and then also is being like, hey, now that you're getting into a little bit lighter of a work schedule, you're gonna have a little bit more time to read. Unfortunately, I didn't get like any of the books that I actually wanted to read this month on this list. I hope you enjoyed this video because boy, oh boy, that was a lot. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you have a TBR, leave it for me down below. I'd love to check it out. I don't remember how my outro goes, but I will talk to you in the comments. Bye!